case the recalcitrance of this Emelokan denies them of that party's ticket. The emergence of Peter Obi in the Labour Party was an aftermath of his experience in 2023 presidency. By Peter Omonua. Published January 7, 2023. Sometime in early 2021, news filtered out that Bola Ahmed Tinubu had assured the northern APC leaders that he would sell a Muslim/Muslim ticket to the southwest and they would buy it. Report has it that at the meeting where the commitment was made, they asked him how he was going to convince the southeast to vote for the same ticket. He was alleged to have responded that the southeast did not really matter in the calculation, that as long as he could convince his people in Yoruba land and they, northerners, could get the northern support, they would cruise to victory, without the votes of the southeast. We later got to know that the original idea behind the Muslim/Muslim ticket was an attempt to frustrate his presidential ambition. Their thought was that he would object to a Muslim/Muslim pair and that they would insist it was the only option they had for him. How do you tell a man whose wife is not only a Christian but a pastor in one of the biggest Christian denominations in the country, that his presidential running mate would be a Muslim when he himself is a Muslim in a secular country like Nigeria? He knew the game plan, refused to allow it to deter him, and assured them he would run with it. The culmination of such several attempts to dissuade and frustrate him out of the race led to his now viral outburst at Abeokuta, Emelokan. As one group was scheming to get Tinubu off the race in APC, another group was stationed in the PDP to ensure one of their own emerges as the flag bearer of that party, in case the recalcitrance of this Emelokan denies them of that party's ticket. The emergence of Peter Obi in the Labour Party was an aftermath of his experience in the PDP. Though he has not disclosed what he encountered on his journey, Obi's body language, despite his taciturn nature, spoke volumes. Does Southern Nigeria really think that a Northerner overseeing the election of Nigeria's presidency will award the winning to a Southerner? Whoever thinks that has obviously not followed the history of leadership races in Nigeria. It is for this general naivety and ignorance that I keep encouraging anyone who cares to get copies of the following books and read Just Before Dawn by Professor Cole Ometoso and The Tale of June 12 by Professor Omo Omarui. Make no mistake, there would be ongoing nocturnal meetings between Atiku, El-Rufai, Gobrashio's presidency, Ainisis Mahmoud, and possibly Lamido Sanusi. There would be ongoing scheming on how to retain power in the hands of the Fulani. How does Tinubu think an El-Rufai will support him over Atiku? Has he forgotten that Atiku is not only El-Rufai's brother, but his benefactor, who more or less made El-Rufai? Some of us are genuinely frustrated by the outright stupidity and gullibility of Southerners. When I see the sort of discussions going on some social media pages, I can't help but imagine how truly clueless most Southerners are about the true state of the Nigerian project. The Fulani does not want the power shift to the south. Hear it again, the North will do anything to frustrate a power shift to the south. They do not care about any party. They want to see that it is transferred to another Fulani, not even to a Hausa or a Kanuri. It was for that reason Peter Obi was frustrated out of the PDP. It was for the same reason Tinubu was saddled with the baggage of a Muslim/Muslim ticket. The backlash was anticipated and they had calculated it would be a suicidal mission for him. The popularity and blossom of the Labour Party under Peter Obi was never in their calculation. What the North has succeeded in doing is dragging Yoruba and Igbo out into an election cycle, sidestepping the making of a new constitution that should have preceded any elections. They need the overwhelming participation of the Yoruba and the Igbos, the two other majority by which they can then give a semblance of fair representation in the process. They would then be able to say to the international community, see, it was a widely and keenly contested election, may even get to a runoff. At the end, one person won, and that person happens to be a Fulani man. If that happens, now what? How can the Southern leadership live with the reality of a back-to-back Fulani rulership of Nigeria given the experience of the South and the Middle Belt in the hands of the Fulani over the last 7+ years? Are we not thereby helping to promote a Fulani to complete what Buhari started, i.e., the domination and enslavement of the country by the Fulani? And to think that the chief promoters of a back-to-back Fulani headship of the country are mostly Southerners is mind-boggling. It is unconscionable, unbelievably shocking to see some Southerners actually drumming support for an Atiku Abubakar presidency. So, Deli Momodu, Rino Omokri, the Obasikis, Dino Melai, the Yoruba Okon from Kogi, and most disappointingly, Ifeanyi Okawa, a supposed frontliner of the Southern Governors Forum, would face their constituencies and be proud to inform them they are part of an agenda to use one Fulani to replace another Fulani. Unbelievable. What would these Southerners tell their future generations about their roles in the vanquish of the South? Political expediency. Do people not have shame? Do they not think of posterity and what history will write about them? Afonja and its betrayal, which gave birth to an Ilorin emirate over a century ago, is still in our political discourse and will continue to be. Is that how these people want to be remembered? I must appreciate Governor Wike and his G5 governors for their tenacity and daring to stand up for what is right. It is not even enough for the G5 governors to insist on AU's resignation. It should be an insistence that Atiku himself, being a Northerner, cannot stand for election to replace another Northerner. Not so them just see us finish. Can you imagine Atiku telling us that because Buhari is in APC, then it should not affect the chances of PDP producing another Northern president? What an infantile puerile argument. Is that how stupid these people think we have all become? So, is he telling us Obasanjo could have handed over to another Yoruba or Igbo person, or that Jonathan could have handed to another Southerner and it will be fine with the North? What shameless effrontery and daylight robbery is that? It amazes me how the South is so gullible to think the North will actually organize a free and fair election, then hand over power if the winner is from the South. Has that ever happened? When has a Northern president or head of state ever handed power to a Southern successor? The transition of power has always been from a Southern leader to a Northern leader, i.e., Obasanjo to Shagari, Obasanjo to Yar'Adua, and Jonathan to Buhari. The Sultan will not even allow it, not to nobody will have it, so let us scatter it. Do people even realize the resistance from the highest level of the Northern power bloc against handing over to Abiola? People just think it was IBB that was power drunk and wanted to cling to power. Forces much stronger than IBB were at play at that time, and those powers are still there. They have an uncanny fear of losing power. They also have a deep fear of Igbo-Yoruba coalescence, the reason the current rivalry between obedience and Batified is a game for them. They do not want any of these two tribes to lead Nigeria, neither do they want a coalition of the two. If all attempts you would think that lessons have been learned, but no. They are playing us against each other, and to reference Fela, that is their regular trademark. It would be a total disgrace to the entire South if they allow Fulani to get away with this deception. My fear is that we are once again heading to the path of Asekai and Awolowo in the First Republic. Those who don't learn from history are bound to repeat it. We were told one of the two refused to step down for the other, which enabled the Fulani to capitalize on their disunity. Each had a personal ambition to lead and none wanted to subordinate to the other. The Igbo and the Yoruba narrate it such that each vindicates his own tribe. Some of us were not old enough to know which version to believe, but at least we are witness to this current one. That is why we are writing about it now, so posterity will know exactly what happened. This should have been a time for the two tribes to unite against their common adversary. It should be a time when they present a common and unified front. Our people say when two brothers fight to the death, it is the stranger that will inherit their father's property. Let the Igbo and the Yoruba kill themselves over a non-existent 2023 presidency. The Fulani is waiting in the wings to inherit your ancestral lands when you are all dead. The political leadership of the country or the lack of it poses an existential threat to them. They know what they have done, i.e., killings, and destruction of lives and properties in various southern and middle belt communities. They fear repercussion. I tell you, as soon as Buhari leaves and a southerner takes over, there could be a backlash on all the criminals hibernating and committing atrocities in southern forest. Throughout Buhari's tenure, they have used the military to cover their flanks, the reason why T.Y. Danjuma said they collude. Yoruba will say, Aponi ki fe ki ida koja lorial, which means that a killer does not want a sword to be swung around his head. They fear reprisal and are scared of the shadow of their past deeds. It is the reason one of their patrons, Gumi, can publicly advise them not to vote for a president who will prosecute them. They know what they have done, and that only one of their own, Atiku, will protect them after Buhari. One fact the southern electorate knows but pretends will not play out is the interest of the electoral umpire. The last time I checked, he is an Ewe man. Do southerners believe in their hearts that this man will be an unbiased umpire in this tournament, given the huge prize at stakes? While the South is busy building, the North's minute-by-minute planning is how can we distract them, the South, and ensure power remains with the North. They are thinking, who among their traitorous leaders can we buy over that will speak against them in support of the North retaining power? They have unleashed Fulani terrorists into your farms to intimidate and create scarcity of food in your land systematically. At the official level, they have deployed the military into your states in the South, as if there is a war already going on. For every military checkpoint you see in the North, you have roughly 8 within the same radius in the South. The ratio is worse in the Southeast, under the pretext of fighting Ipob members. It's all part of the game of psychological warfare and defeat. My postulation, they will declare Atiku the winner of the election, irrespective of what the real voting numbers are. They will anticipate an uproar. To assuage the South, they penciled down some names to appoint into key positions as soon as they declared Atiku winner. They will tell you to go to court and challenge the result. If your uproar spirals to a riotous tumult, they will deploy their military, kill a few and take some perceived frontline leaders of the protest into detention, reminiscent of June 12th. They will direct the CBN to release any required amount of money to buy out leaders of the major tribal groups. For the candidates i.e., Tinubu, Peter Obi, etc., they will tell them to name their price and promise to pay them any amount of money they want to assuage and compensate them. Did I hear you say, it can never happen, this is not 1993, wait for it. I will remind you. As it was in 2015 and 2019, a dog that will get lost does not hear the whistle of its owner. They call us dwellers and political neophytes. Atiku is coming to finalize the Fulani agenda started by Buhari. Buhari spent the last 8 years restructuring the country to their preferred structure. He only needs Atiku to consolidate on that restructuring. Do people think he will hand over to a southerner who will deconstruct all that he has put in place for the benefit of his clan and their long-held belief that they own Nigeria? Atiku, I am told, is deadlier, more virulent, and will exercise a vice grip hold of the South. Just as Tinubu fed a lion that has almost now consumed him, those promoting Atiku now will be the first casualty. That is why he has never condemned Fulani atrocities. That was why he deleted that tweet about the murderous killing of Deborah by some terrorist in Sokoto. Southern Nigeria has suffered enough under the yoke of this marriage. When is enough really enough? If Chief Obasanjo, with all of his stubbornness and deep understanding of Nigeria's socio-political history, could not salvage it, believe me, no one can. Not Peter Obi and not Tinubu. From the onset, two countries that did not have anything in common were merged into a single entity. Nigeria has been a state held together at gunpoint since then. It has been over 100 years and everyone can see that it has not worked. Anyone adamant about keeping it so, no doubt, reaps from the agony and frustration of the people of a failed state. They do not care about the well-being of the citizens or the development of the country. Chief Richard Akinjide, a one-time staunch supporter of the North, who went to the extent of betraying his kinsman, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, for the benefit of the North, before he died, said the North believes they can use the military to rule the country in a form of internal colonialism. He further said, and I quote, "These are people who do not make a distinction between public treasury and private treasury. Basic economics tells us savings and investments are the engines for the growth of any economy. How can you ever hope to save and invest with such people? As far back as 1962, Chief Obafemi Awolowo had referred to them as the autocratic ruling caste during his treason trial. Before any progress can be made in southern Nigeria, we have to go back to the two-state solution, northern Nigeria and southern Nigeria. Take it back to where it was before the British disingenuously merged them. Southern Nigeria delineation. Already we are running two countries as it were anyways. The water resource bill is clear evidence. Those in southern Nigeria don't want it while those in northern Nigeria welcome it and in fact, anticipate it. The introduction of Sharia with its associated Hizbah police is another. The states in the Middle Belt will be given the choice to decide if they prefer a country of their own or vote for a choice between becoming part of southern Nigeria or part of northern Nigeria. Thank God for the discovery of oil wells and other minerals in the north. Southern Nigeria will decide after this first level of separation if they will continue as a unit or create new countries of Biafra, Oduduwa, and Niger Delta thereafter. A president of southern Nigeria extraction, even if it were to happen, with the current structure of the country is window dressing, the sore would only fester. Like a friend of mine said, if perchance they give you the presidency now, the Fulani, like a hawk, will patiently wait for when they return to power to finish their project. Why to postpone the evil days? Some would say, why now when the presidential election is less than 2 months to take place? It is because we know the election is a distraction. It is a destination to nowhere, to a darker wilderness. It is being used to renew the life of a slavish constitution. Pastor Chris Okoti also said just recently that there should be no election but that a transition government is put in place. Against all voices of wisdom, they are railroading us into an election because they need it as a vehicle to perpetuate their overlordship and finalize their evil agenda. Peter Omonua, an officer of the Canadian Armed Forces, lives in Ontario, Canada. He can be reached at pomonua@yahoo.com.
This podcast was brought to you by BG Media. Download the BG Media app today or visit barglobal.net for more podcasts.
I was in APC for 9 months. What I saw. Anyway.
Memorable, man.
Oh my God. What I saw, man. You know?
Memorable, man.
And because I was fighting Jonathan because Jonathan was giving too much to the Northerners and he was very unfair to the Yorubas. And you know the story. And I told them, I said, look. So when I went to APC, Buhari now, I met Buhari through Fine. We interacted 3-4 times. We'll go and meet him. He had a house somewhere else, not here. He lives just around the corner from here now. But he had a house elsewhere. We went there. So, but as time went by, he now started sending for me. So I went there with Nasir. Then one day they called and said he wanted to see me. So I said, okay, I'll go. I met him at the transfer. When I got there, he said we should go inside the bedroom. So he sat in the bedroom talking. He started talking. He said, you know, he wants to, I know his aspiration, but he has a challenge with trusting people in view of what has happened to him in the past. But that he just wants me to know that he would want me to work closely with him if he manages to win the nomination for his party, and that, he likes me, I'm courageous. The Obasanjo said a lot to him about me, that once I'm on board, I will fight all the way, and he loves that. Anyway, to cut it long story short, let me tell you why I'm telling you this story. We started talking about the history, and about the killed in the middle of the night, and we can't get it. That it's a cultural problem. You can't trust them. When he was talking about trust, that's where it came up. I killed not just northern leaders. They killed leaders from every zone. Southwest, where I come from, yes. The Niger, the south, everywhere. Every zone. Just the north, not just the north. And he said, no, we will never forget. Those words, we will never forget. And we cannot trust them. He said, it's a cultural problem. When he said this, it sunk in. I had never seen that level of racism in any. I mean, I've interacted with quite a few leaders. I've never seen that. This was deep-seated hatred for a whole nation of people. And I left that room thinking to myself, these people have to be stopped. Because if they're not stopped, if they have power, what they will do, first they will deal with the Igbos, yes. Then they will come and deal with us. You know, they will deal with everybody. And it's one of the main reasons, apart from the issue of Muslim ticket. That's what I said no. Not only will I leave them, I will also expose them and fight them. You understand there are some basic, fundamental, core issues that you must never compromise on. It's not about giving Nnamdi Kanu a position of SGF or position of vice president or something like that. Because if you do that, it will serve his term, then we'll be back to square one.
Square zero, man.
Absolutely. You know, you've got to fight for your people. You've got to fight for your people.
And get a structural, seismic change.
Absolutely.
And
if they say no, then break it. You know, I told you when we were in detention, the truth is I don't even believe in this union anymore. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in Nigeria. I don't believe that the Northwest and the Northeast, you know, as they are now, should be part of us. Because their whole mindset, their whole, you know, view about the world is different to ours.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
We are going to drag everybody into this war. Everybody, from the governors to all of you, we are going to drag all of you, and you must pay the price of killing Biafrans. We are not skilled. We are not scared of anybody. This war, we are going to fight it to finish. We will drag you into it before February. We are going to drag everybody into this war. Everybody, from the governors to all of you, we are going to drag all. We must pay the price of. We are not scared of you. We are not scared of anybody. This war before February, Biafra, that is going to be free. This are saying we want to be free. It is not only Biafra that is going to be free this year. A lot of nations will break. Nigeria is going to break into pieces, and we, the Biafra people, are going to make it possible. I am telling you now, it is not a hidden thing. It is going to happen this year. Those of you who are planning to have an election in 2023, which is next month, you are going to fail. We will disappoint you, and you will disappoint yourself. We are going to drag into this war. Everybody, from the governors to all of you, we are going to drag all of you, and you must pay the price of Biafrans. We are not scared of anybody. This war, we are going to fight.
IPOB, one family. Biafrans all over the world. If we want safety and security for our people, then let's continue to support Eastern Security Network. All donations are welcome. No contribution is too small or too large. Do your part, knowing that freedom is in our hands and together we must all rise to the occasion. Go to our website to make your contribution, www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. And remember that freedom is not free, but together we restore it. Farm by farm, forest by forest, house by house, and street by street.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we're making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching from. This is live and direct on Voice of Biafra 97.5 FM, live and direct on Enter Biafra channel 1 and 2, on live streaming app, iOS and Android. You're also watching this emergency broadcast on all IPOB autopilot media platform worldwide. I have come this evening to continue the radical awareness for the Biafra exit this year. This is the year of the Lord, the year that we have waited for a very long time. I decided not to announce this particular emergency and to also not announce that I am here to address P2B being an IPOB member. You see, we were told that P2B, because I want to go direct straight to the point. The case this evening is to address P2B as a member of IPOB and P2B using IPOB to climb, P2B using Biafra to climb and then turning around as they normally do to abandon Biafra. And of course, before I go into that, I want to do something very, 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 very special. You know, I normally go through social media. I go through Facebook. I go through posts. And I used to watch, things that are happening on social media. And I came across a video. And I want to share that video. You see, just as the Spirit lead me, I will always do. What the video you are about to see may has no connection with what we are doing. But I like what that guy is doing. Honestly, I like what that guy is doing. How many of you, one native doctor, one herbalist, one herbalist like that called, what is the name again? The name is here. One herbalist called something Marine Temple or something. I'm going to show the video. I come across the video of that guy. You know, a lot of this is happening on social media. Okay. You know, sometimes the way we do this broadcast is something that is beyond human comprehension. I want to make you people, I want to take your mind out of something and bring your mind back again. Especially those the Dundee head. The Dundee head. I want to take your mind out and bring your mind back. So I was watching the guy, and one of the honestly, this is funny. So I was watching that Chimare Kingdom or Chimare Temple, you know. I must say that I like that guy. I like that guy. The guy was doing juju and was smiling. the guy was doing juju and was smiling in one of the videos. You know, he was doing juju and was smiling. I was like, what kind of human being is this? You know. So, but sometimes that guy is somehow doing something, you know, that need to be commended. You know, don't go and attack him. Oh, that he's the one doing juju for Simon Ekpa. I don't know him. He don't know me. I don't even know anybody that is going to him. so, but the guy need to be commended. I am telling you, I have took my time, you know, some time to go through social media. What is going on, especially with all the traditionalists, all these herbalists and all that. That guy, look, you know, somehow is doing something very, very different. Just like, you know, what the culture and the tradition of Ndibo. But in addition to what he does, you know, he he's funny. No, I'm very serious. He's funny. I saw a man who was doing juju. He was doing juju, and you know, at the same time, was directing. He was directing the cameraman. You know, he's also the director. And at the same time, he was smiling. Was smiling and telling the person, you know, was trying to do incantation. I was smiling, and believe me, if what he's doing is not helping people, I don't think anybody goes there. Now, I want to show you a video.
Ama m ọrụ a ma n'aka mmadụ afere na be anyị ka m na-eme mana mụ amezi nke m apụzi iche maka na onye ma na-egetinyere staịlụ nke ya ọ dị be ndị ka ndị na-eme I heal you chukwu ngị ga-enu ngị ka ngị ga-egbọrọgwụ na mkpa akwụkwọ ọ bụ na alụsị adọrọ nwere ya edo ụka
Now, there is something that is very, very different from everything I have been seeing. You know, I want people to understand there is something very, very different from what I have been seeing. When you listen to this guy, he started doing incantation and calling God in heaven, you know, calling the creator. And this is not even the reason I want to bring this video. This is the second time I am showing this guy. Or I wouldn't say guy, you know, guy is a different guy. So I think this is the first time I'm showing this native doctor on our program. The first time I showed him on our program was when he he forgave somebody that he did something, and then he tried to reverse everything he did against that young girl. And then at the end of the day, that young girl died. You know, and I will never forget that. But I acknowledge the fact that he came publicly and forgave that girl, and then also even gave money. I think he gave 1 million to that girl, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember, but you know, that moved me. And ever since then, I've been you know, every now and then I watch his videos. So, but something struck me today. Something struck me today. Now, I want Biafrans, you know, I told you that I would take your mind away and bring your mind back. So, as I was watching this video, you know, something happened. And that is what I want people to watch before we go into our exposition today. Like I said, I do not know this guy. I don't know, so don't go and attack him. No, I want to go Simon Ekpa. And I don't know him. I don't know whoever patronized him. I don't know who he is. And I don't think I care to know. But what I'm trying to do is to say that I like what he's doing. I like what he's doing. At least this one. Many things, I like what he's doing. So I want everybody to watch.
maka nnacha adres ebe anyị moto na-abịa Asaba mgbe moto anyị ya apụ na Coca Express ọdụ ọpụ na Coca Express they cross over your left ya afụ ndị ọkada wafa ndị na-eje Tony Papa house oye bulu ya bịa
iPhone wa ka ọzọ ka video ihe delete n'ime gị delete ndị video ndị ochie
Is directed to
and I post something I post. Post on there.
What am I post? Is directed the video. I want people to watch.
Poison idol. Among Bukway. Well, if I vibe for poison, no one of the weekend I have to.
Are you hearing that? He was addressing and treating this guy. Somebody said that I have played his video where he's dancing gospel music. Yes, I remember. You know, he is now telling the person that, you know, this is poison. And he's saying that the word that people are wicked. That people are wicked. No, unu the wicked. Why would you want to kill another person's son? Why would you want to kill someone else? Why would you want to be using poison to kill your fellow human beings? Honestly, this is not something you see every time, you know, often from a native doctor. I want you people to listen. Pay attention from here.
Vibe for poison. No one of the weekend I have to. Is it? Yeah, I mean, there are commandos, and I have to know that.
Indiana commandos, and they got ncha. You know, Indiana commandos, and they got ncha. Somebody say it is not poison. It is kidney-related disease. Well, that is that may be true, but you know that actually there is something like that, something like poison. Normally, you know, for those who believe in it, it normally happens that people can step on some kind of magic or something like that, and something will begin to happen to them. So it does exist. So don't deceive. That is the African power and the magic, black magic we are talking about.
And I have to know that. What I carry on now, and I once. How about that? Can you again the blue? I can look at that. No, my phone, I'm on Used to cool you now. Like cool. Cool.
Honestly, please, I want you to listen again. Listen, listen again, please.
Used to cool you now. Like cool. Cool. You get better. Sorry. I thought
all right, I'm going to run this thing one more time.
You see?
I'm on all I'm mad. I feel in a bank and but I'm always in Kemapu. Can I ever get here style in here?
Also, I want to get your style. Oh, you want to get your style in here.
I heal you.
You see?
Chukungi game and Giga and Giga Bologna and Bao. I'm not outside the way you joke.
And I go there. Kalisia. Maka nnacha drugs. Eba moto na Biafra. Gwe moto ani ya hapo na Coca Express. I'll drop na Coca Express. A cross over your left, here from the Okada. What funny nejeto ni papa house, so you blue a beer.
I phone back on you. Try to video you delete in my head delete and move it in your chair. And I post something over post. Post on them. Poison idol. I'm on book way. But if I fight for poison, you one of the weekend and I have two. Is it? Yeah, I mean, there are commandos and I have two of them. What I carry on now and not once. How about that? Can you again a blue? I am I can look at I don't know from my mom. Used to cool you now. Like cool. Cool. You get better. Sorry. I thought really never. I'm going to million.
Right, that is that. Now, the reason why I showed this video is what I've just explained. And I want to inform Biafra people. You know, we are having sleepless night. We are having sleepless night, struggling, fighting to liberate Biafra. When Biafra come, you will not be having that kind of treatment. You will not be having that kind of treatment. We will make sure that we provide you with the modern technology, medical facilities, and state-of-the-art technology, free of charge. Because when we talk about free medical health care, it is not like we cannot afford it. But what you just watch now is the life of average person in Nigeria. That is what Nigeria offers. Nobody cares for you. The government doesn't care. When your parents give birth to you, that's it. In a developed world, every person, human is a property of the government. Children are owned by the government. So they take care of them, they provide for them, good healthcare system, and that is what we are fighting for. So that when you get health issues, you will go to hospital and you'll be taken care of very well. And so when you look at it, you find out that in the midst of this impunity in our land, the gods of the land are using some people to do some wonders. And somebody say, why are you promoting this guy? If you think that I have promoted him, yes. If I promote him, is it a crime? If you want me to promote you, do something that he did now, and you'll be promoted. You must not do like him. You must not be like him, but do something that shows, even if you are evil, pretend. Let us even say pretend. So I have watched many of this guy video, and this is the third time I am showing him on this program. The third time. The first one was when he did something, forgive that girl. The second time when he was dancing to gospel music, and this is the third time. So if you do something good, you will appear here. But if you are in Nigeria doesn't do good now. So if you are a Nigerian and you are doing something like P2B, you don't need me to advertise it. Why are you not saying that I'm advertising P2B? So you need to come here and hear the truth. And I have just said it. So I commend him for whatever spirit is using him to do, at least the one that I know. I'm not talking about what I don't know. So if you want to show on the program, you do like him. Because at this point, this particular person may not even have money to go to hospital. And let me tell you, everything I do, I have experience of it. You see that thing that man was rubbing on the leg of that guy? I was a victim too. I was a victim. So you don't just come here and talk because you hate native doctor. You don't just come here and talk because there is a coronation of a native doctor. And then therefore, so native doctor is a Satan. No, I have experience more than you. Because that man was rubbing on the leg of that guy. I have experience of it. And when I saw it, it moved me. Because, and when I had this experience, it worked. But it has nothing to do with poison. It was an injury I sustained during the time I was very active in sport. And whether that thing actually worked on me, yes, it worked. But did it heal it? No. Did it fix a ligament, a broken ligament? No. Did it fix a broken ACL? No. But you know what? It healed some muscles that hold the knee. It heals the muscles that hold the nail. But if your ACL is broken, will that heal it? The answer is no. It can't heal it. So you need a surgery in order to have a healthy knee, and so that your leg can function very well. Do you understand the difference? So now, we don't know whether this guy nail, the ACL, that is a vein in front of nail, in the kneecap, called ACL. So once that ACL is broken, you can have a swollen nail. And we do not know whether this ACL is broken, whether there is a broken ligament, and all that. So if there is a broken ligament, if there is a broken ACL, what you know is that what he is doing can never heal a broken ligament. It can never heal a broken ACL, but it can strengthen the muscle around the nail to carry the nail. But that does not mean that the person is healed completely. You see the reason why we need medical care. So when you come here and when you see me doing something, I have a reason. I don't just come here and do something. And this guy, when you do something good, I will promote you. If I can use the word promotion. So I'm promoting him. And this is not the first time. Because what he is doing now, I was a victim of it. But it has nothing to do with poison, like I said. So what I'm trying to say now is that the reason we are fighting for this Biafra is so that if you find yourself in this particular condition, you go to a proper medical care. You go to a health center where your nail will go through the X-ray, will go through what we call a radiological, is it a radiological examination? And you go through the machine, and the machine will take picture of your knee and will show every broken thing there, and then doctors will fix it. That is why X-ray, no, not even X-ray. X-ray can only show your bone, but that is what we call a radiological examination. Is it a radiology? They call them radiologists. And then you go into this big machine, and the machine will scan you and see all your muscles, all your bones and everything. So it is not X-ray. X-ray is just, MRI. Thank you very much. Something like that. So MRI scanning or something. So, but it is called the radiology. It is called the radiology. Yes. You go through that machine, and the machine gives a proper picture, the radiological assessment. Thank you very much. So we have to have that accessible by anybody, so long as you are a citizen of Biafra. It does not matter, your status or anything it does not matter who you are, whether you are poor or rich. Everybody should have access to medical care system. And as you can see, we have many doctors here who are already telling me the names and all that, responding. These are things, people that can make things happen in Biafra land. Magnetic resonance imaging. Thank you very much. That is the best. That's one of the best explanation. Is a magnetic, resonance imaging. Thank you very much. Who is that person? Who is that person? Chisom Ajima. Chisom Ajima. Yes. Chisom Ajima is yes, you get it. Is a magnetic resonance imaging. That's a very deep, very deep definition, or you must be a medical person. Chisom, are you a doctor? Are you a doctor? Yes. So the MRI is a general, abbreviation which everybody know. But he just that Chisom or she or he just said exactly what it is. So it is what he just said. So I agree with him because that one I know too. I'm not a doctor. All right. So having said this, we are now moving to the exposition of the day. The reason why we are doing all these things is so that we are going to have a better life, a better society, free of crimes and free of evil people. That is the reason we are going to continue what we are doing this evening. I want you to understand that the case, just like what we did today on Twitter Space, is that P2B is IPOB. And he believed now that he have used us, used Mazinam Dekano, used Biafrans, and dumped Biafra. And now it is time, because Mazinam Dekano is not here, he can dump Biafra and move on. So, a lot of people will be asking, why would you say P2B is IPOB when you are claiming that he's a Fulani? Of course, it is the same thing. P2B is occupying the same space like the criminals in the DOS, that expelled criminals, in those expelled criminals in the DOS, is this exactly the same thing P2B is serving. So how can you now come and tell me why are you are confused? You say P2B is the Fulani, now you say P2B is IPOB. Yes, it's IPOB. And we're giving him the same treatment we've given to the expelled criminals from IPOB. Now, I want you to understand. That after P2B murdered and massacred Masob members while he was the governor of Anambra State, every Genu Biafra hated P2B. Everybody knows that. Because of the role, the evil role he has played. It was the reason Owazurike will never sleep or sit in the same chair with P2B. Because the Mossab members that P2B massacred were Owazurike's members, Owazurike Mossab members. Now, the difference between us and the people following P2B today is that we do not forgive those who kill us very easily. It does not matter whether you are a Mossab member. It does not matter whether you are a BZM or whatever member. It does not matter who you are. So long as you are a Biafran and you get killed by anybody, that person that kills you becomes our enemy. Today, I was not a member of Masob, but I'm fighting P2B for killing Masob members. Do you understand? When Masob members were killed, I was not agitator, but I was a Biafran as well. But I was not agitating for Biafra. I was still one Nigerianist. When these people were being killed for the sake of what we are doing today, I was not there. But I have come today to follow the history, and I'm fighting P2B for killing Masob members who are Biafrans. You see the reason why all these people that are claiming to be this, claiming to be that, Mazinam Dekano is this, Mazinam Dekano is that. You see that some of them are not even fighting for their own members that P2B massacred. Rather, we that knows nothing about it, we have come to inherit the fight for them. Because that is exactly what it is. We cannot discriminate that we were not there, so it is not our business. No, it is our business. Because it is what they did that led to the momentum the Biafra has gathered today. Owazurike, no matter what, is a respected person. When you can never write the history of Biafra without writing Owazurike, no matter what he has done, because it is what gave birth to what we are seeing today. My problem with him is that he don't know when to keep quiet. My second problem with him is that he is yet to apologize and make peace with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for what he did to him. But that does not mean that if somebody from Masob is killed today, we are not going to react to it. And how do you know? All these people that are being killed, is there any place somebody that you see the right Masob on his face and the right IPOB on his? No. Everybody in Biafra land is IPOB. Today it is not about Masob. So when you run into the people, you begin to shout, I am not an IPOB, I'm a Masob. Who the bullet doesn't listen to that. Before you even talk about I know follow, they don't kill you. That is the reason why we must understand that this fight is a collective fight. It is not a fight, because I know that many people who are loyal to Wazirike may have been murdered and killed in the past few months. Because most of the people that are being killed, they are not even active Biafra agitators. Some of them were killed while they were just relaxing in their houses. Some of them were killed on their way back from wedding. Some of them were killed, just passing by. And they have not identified themselves with any group, but they get killed just for being Biafra. So when it comes to the enemy's side, they don't know who is IPOB and who is Masob. That is why some of you are idiots. Somebody like me that is fighting Peter Obi now because of what he did while he was the governor of Anambra State, which by all ramification, he has demonstrated not to have changed. But you will sit there. You even condemn me for fighting for somebody that have killed your member. For Masob people. They cannot even acknowledge, that somebody is, being remorse. Let us, that is how unreasonable many of these people are. Very, very unreasonable people. Even if you don't like Simon Ekpa, even if you don't like everything Simon Ekpa is doing, but can you now just appreciate that Simon Ekpa is fighting a just cause, for fighting P2B, for killing your member, even when I was not a Biafra agitator then? But I have come to inherit that fight. And I'm not complaining fighting it. In fact, I'm fighting your fight and you are also fighting me. But it doesn't mean anything. It is something that we have to do for freedom to come. So now let me tell you people's story. P2B, after killing Masob members, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released a video. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking and talking and talking and talking and called P2B all manner of names. In 2019, every Igbo man came out. Not every Igbo man, because at the end of the day, Igbo man came out to support P2B and Atiku. I want you people to understand that in 2019, almost the 5 Southeast states supported P2B. Am I lying? Am I lying? Almost 5 Eastern states supported P2B. When I mean almost, is that the governors are all PDP, except Anambra and Imo State, which also supported P2B. Do you understand me? Except Anambra. And in 2019, P2B, with the support of the people from the East and the South and all of them, he still did not become a vice president. He still did not become a vice president. He didn't become a vice president, as he was a running mate to Atiku. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the IPOB, called for election boycott of election, that we are not going to participate in the election. And I want you people to understand there is difference between boycotting election and no election. What we are preaching this year, for the very first time in the history of Biafra struggle, there has never been any time anybody called for no election. This is the first time we are calling for no election, and this is the first time we are going to end it. So what the agitators has been doing for the past years has been to call for boycott. When you say boycott means that, you know, people can go and people cannot, some people may not go. But we are calling for the stop for no election at all, that we are not going to validate Nigeria election in Biafra land. Now, in 2019, I was campaigning for P2B heavily. I put my own money in 2019, campaigning for P2B. We formed group in Europe. Those people that are in those groups, they may be watching me now. We form group, we brainstorm, we do think tank, we plan, we bring money, we do everything you see these people doing today. We have done it. We do jingle, we pay channel television, we pay NTA, all those things we have done it in 2019. And then, as the boycott of election become a very big issue, P2B and Atiku went into discussion, either through a third party or through a middleman, whatever it is. P2B went into agreement with IPOB. It is not because of Atiku. The reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu accepted the agreement of IPOB and the P2B, PDP, is not because of Atiku. It's because of this same P2B. So, if you say that P2B is not IPOB, why did P2B recognize IPOB in 2019 and went into agreement with IPOB just to deceive, to get self for his selfish interest? So all of us have been blind. That is why experience is the best teacher. P2B swore an allegiance with Ipob, which is what he is. It doesn't matter whether he agree or he don't agree. So long as even when he come to say he's not a Biafra, you think he's going to run away from Biafra land? Well, let us see how he's going to live in the north. He can't. Even if he pack his load and leave, go to north, that is still not his place. So he has origin. You can naturalize in the north too. You can get a citizenship of Arewa. That does not make you Arewa. So I am here this evening and I want people to cut this particular video. Let it go viral. I said, P2B cannot use IPOB and Biafra agitators and dump them and expect us to keep quiet and watch him destroy our future and our freedom for his own selfish interest. P2B went into agreement with IPOB in 2019, and an agreement was struck. The deal was that they promise IPOB there's going to be something like restructuring and all that. They were able to convince Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into agreeing for election boycott, to the call off of election boycott. P2B going into agreement is an allegiance. Is an allegiance. So why would somebody come today to deny that P2B is not an IPOB member? P2B recognized IPOB in 2019. And that make him an allegiance. He has sworn allegiance to IPOB and Biafra. And today, the same Biafra agitators and agitation have now moved to a new dimension that facilitated the upsurge of people you see today running around P2B just to discredit the Biafra movement. You know, I wait, and more revelation. I'm going to bring more revelation very soon. Because, you know, I waited for him to make comment on Biafra. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting, and he is not making this comment. I've waited for P2B. He continued to dodge the issue of Biafra. Today, he came publicly to deny Biafra. He even deny Igbo, deny everybody. Because he think that he can actually become a president without Biafrans. He think that all the social media gathering and all the things happening around him will make him to become a president. But he forgot that in 2019, almost the 5 states of the Southeast supported him, voted massively. Yet, he didn't win. He didn't win. Let me tell you, actually, Atiku Abubakar won that election in 2019. Everybody know, all of you know that there is no way Buhari and the APC would have won the election for the second time. But it was agreement between Atiku and his Fulani oligarchy. They never trusted P2B. Atiku knows the content of the agreement between P2B and he related it to his people in Arewa house. And they said, no, you can't go on with such arrangement. We don't trust these people. Even as I'm talking to you, they don't trust Obi. Even when Obi have denied everything in the public, they still don't trust him. And why would you trust somebody who you have seen how he betrayed his people? Somebody who told his people that there is with them in 2019, and then another opportunity comes, he denied them. So, you know, Fulanis are not stupid. They never trusted Obi. Now, Atiku went back, just what happened in Abori Accord, and discussed the content of the agreement. And you know, the only thing they achieved was to call off the boycott of the election, to ridicule IPOB, to ridicule Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to ridicule this Biafra movement. That was what they achieved in 2019. I am telling you, because today, and they use who to achieve it? They use P2B, because without P2B, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never agree to call off the boycott of the election. So they use P2B. After they use P2B to rubbish Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, today, what do? If we say no election, they say go and sit down. That's how you people do it. Every year, no election. And at the end of the day, you are going to have election. The ridiculing is the achievement of P2B in 2019. A lot of them, and I'm happy the way they are not taking us serious because we like surprises. So you see, when you come to say no election, some people who don't know what actually played will never take you serious. So if you ask me, what did P2B achieve in 2019? He achieved the ridiculing of Biafra movement. So that when we pronounce something that no election, nobody takes us serious. They say, go and sit down. Is it not what you do? They have given you money. And they even projected it in a way that money has been paid to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And all this accusation was going up and down from left and right, that they have, imagine them, they can have collected money and all that. Yet, Peter Obi never summoned courage to come and debunk it. That, look, we did not give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu money. Nobody paid him. They kept quiet because they have succeeded. And the people that facilitated these things are all the criminals around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Nigerians rain it on him. He collected money. Not Atiku, not PDP, not P2B came out to say, yes, we negotiated with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but we didn't give him money. So why would somebody say he collected money? They cannot do that because they have succeeded in pushing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Radio Biafra to announce it is sealed, it is signed, it is a deal. Signed and sealed. Some people use it to insult him today. They say, go and sit down. That is how you do. You come to say, signed and sealed. Where is the signed and sealed? And you ask them, why would you be asking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where is the signed and sealed? Did Atiku become president? Did the P2B become the vice president? The answer is no. So why will you be asking and insulting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where is your signed and sealed? But people, the same Biafra people who we are fighting to free, use it to mock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They collect money, you say signed and sealed. Yet, they have not asked the question, why would you be mocking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with signed and sealed when the people that he signed and sealed did not become president? That is why we are saying P2B, enough is enough. 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 You can't use us, dump us, and use us to clean your ass, and you think that we are going to, that our brain is hot, we are going to look you already call Biafra and go free. Never. Never. It is not going to happen. Don't think that this fight will continue even after this, after we have succeeded in defeating you next month. So if you ever imagined or think, why am I after P2B? This is my reason. Or would I say, these are my reasons. So if anybody asks you, why is Simon Ekpa and fighting P2B, refer them to this broadcast today. They should go and watch it. P2B is part of IPOB. P2B swore allegiance with the agreement of 2019 is an allegiance, either by proxy or through a third party or in person. It does not matter. Whatever agreement that was reached in 2019 was as a direct of approval of P2B and his gangs, political thieves. So why would people come today to say, why are we fighting P2B? Why are we fighting our own? Who is our own? Who is our own? How can you Fulani say you are not going to be a president of Nigeria as a majority of the people who form the majority in Nigeria. And then you are forcing yourself to Fulani. You give me president, give me president. And on top of it, your own brother, who is vying to become the president, deny you. Say, he is not you, you are not him. And then you come around to ask me, why am I fighting my own brother? Who is my brother who denied me? Anybody that denied me is not my brother. How can you say that P2B is my brother? P2B is not my brother. Only him and his mother knows his father, his real father. So there are something we don't know. It is only P2B and his mother that knows who is his real biological father. For him to come publicly to say Biafra died 50-something years ago is an insult, is a sacrilege. What P2B is trying to tell you is that what the world were outraged over millions of people, children that were crying and dying in the street for hunger, does not matter to P2B. Those people have died and they are forgotten. That is what P2B meant by Biafra died 50 years ago, is that those children that were crying for what is just, for the crime they did not commit, they are wasted. They are the sacrifice of Nigeria. They are waste. And you are saying that such person is my brother, that I should not fight. We will fight P2B, and we will fight everything that works with him this year. Remember that this is a freedom fight. It is not a personal thing. It is not a personal, it is a freedom fight. So anybody that will tell me P2B is your brother, Chineke akpọ Goku. Is it not this? What we are saying is this coming month now. Is it not February? February will happen now. P2B can never go anywhere. And anybody that is supporting P2B, Biafra spirit. Biafra spirit will visit you. Will visit your finance. Will visit your work. Will visit your family. Visit your work. Visit everything that makes you who you are. Just watch and see. Don't think that, an amateur fashion guy. Everybody. Some of them that are like some of the idiots here in Finland. All these Achikote people in Finland. P2B, can always support P2B. Just stop attacking P2B. They have opened the door of hell. Because I'm not just attacking P2B, but I'm exposing him at the same time. I am not just an opposition to P2B, but I am an enemy, because he made himself to be the enemy of Biafra people. He denied Biafra, deny everything, deny IPOB. But it is in the ladder of IPOB. P2B is climbing. P2B is using the IPOB agitation to climb, because they have seen that we have the possibility to disintegrate Nigeria, which is actually happening in 53 days' time. And everybody is running around. Oh, this time around, the Igbo, leave Igbo, Igbo man must be president. Everybody is running Igbo man. But you know what? In Ebonyi State, the governor of Ebonyi State will make sure nobody vote P2B. Let us even assume that there is election. The governor of Ebonyi State, who is in charge of his state, will never allow anybody. It is going to be, do or die for Umahi to allow anybody to vote P2B. In Anambra State, even in his own word, P2B will not get vote. In Imo State, Hope Uzodinma will kill everybody to make sure that P2B... In fact, in Imo State, just go out and vote. Imo State will write their result in the government house. The only thing they need is to see that people are in the street voting. That's all they need. They don't need any other thing. Just for people to be seen in the street that, yes, there was an election and people were voting. That's all. They will go to government house and write the result. Obi can never win. Obi can never get 30%, 20% in Imo State. How many now? 3. From the 5 eastern states, the 3 states are fighting Obi because of whatever, personal interest, not even for the interest of anybody. Abia State, I believe, will never vote P2B. So where are all these people that are telling you, oh, Simon Ekpa, you are fighting Obi, and yet they are not saying the governors are mentioning now? Obi himself knows he is not contesting election. Now, Southeast gone. Let us go to the North. INEC have raised alarm that Labour Party have not provided agent in the Northeast, the Northwest. There is no agent of Labour Party, which means there is no visibility of Labour Party of Obi in the Northeast and the Northwest. So where is Obi going to get vote? I am asking you, idiot. Where is he going to go? You see, let me tell you, in Biafra land, South and the Southeast, which is Biafra, apart from Biafra IPOB, let us just remove IPOB, remove everything of Biafra. Who is going to vote Obi? No, I'm asking you. Let us remove Biafra. Let us remove IPOB. Let us remove agitation. Let us remove all the agitators. How many governors is supporting Obi? I'm asking you a question. Now, if you have calculated and minused the governors that are supporting Obi, now let us now join the Biafra agitators that are fighting Obi, of which we are spearheading it. Who is going to vote Obi? Obi have lost election even in his own village. So the only thing they want to do, because they see that things can change, which have actually changed now. The abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to bring Biafra. I have been saying this thing from the day one. People did not believe me. I said, the abduction, the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to bring Biafra. You didn't believe me. Now you are seeing it. So Obi is an IPOB, just like all the criminals in the DOS have left to follow him, because these are the people that persuaded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to accept election boycott in 2019. They are all together. All of them are the same. They persuaded him. So today they follow Obi. Why are you surprised? So why would Obi will come and say, I am not IPOB, I am not Biafra, I am not this. But the worst part is that even with this allegiance to Biafra, the allegiance is fake. Obi will never do what he promised Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where I am coming from. Because some of them will tell you now, leave Obi. When he go there, he may bring Biafra. It's a lie. He only wanted to use IPOB to climb. And that is what he's doing now. All this paparazzi he's enjoying is because of what we are doing in this agitation. Otherwise, who else will want to follow Obi? It is because of this agitation. If it is not because of this agitation, nobody will follow Obi. So Obi is climbing in the ladder that we have provided for him. And now he go to the public to denounce us. You know, the truth is that a betrayer, it will always be a betrayer. And the Fulanis can never trust him. We don't trust him. Fulanis don't trust him. And at the end of the day, I will ask a question. Where are those who will vote to be? Because election is not taking place in Biafra territory. That is one thing we can assure you. We will fight till the teeth to make sure that we don't validate Nigeria next month. And at all costs, Nigeria must disintegrate this year. Believe me, it is at all costs, or everything measure necessary to make sure that this year Nigeria is gone. And let me also put it to you people that when you see that we are counting down, our countdown is on 53 days now. It is not like immediately once 53 days come, Biafra comes. No. If you are thinking like that, that is not what we are thinking. And that's what we are doing. And that is not our plan. And there are things we are not going to reveal in the public. But I just want to correct some certain impression, wrong impression, that because I have been seeing all this will be, okay, when 53 days come now, you are going to change. No, we are not changing anything. But what I'm telling you, what I want to clarify is that it is not when we get to 53 days, Biafra come. No. But the door of Biafra will open in 53 days' time. And the process will begin in 53 days' time. And the process of this Biafra can take a while. It can take from 2 weeks to 3 weeks. It can take from 3 weeks to 1 month. It can take from 1 month to 3 months. It can take from 3 months to 4 months. It can take from 4 months to 5 months. It can even take 8 months. But what we are assuring you is that Nigeria will not exit 2023. The process starts and begins in 53 days' time. So when you come across them, those idiots will be telling you, oh, very soon now you are going to change your mouth. You are changing. You people are going to be, very disappointed. You don't know what is coming. You don't know what is coming. I got done vam. Oko got over. The wall of Jericho ganada bidi. And I want you people to understand that we are giving service to humanity. Destroying Nigeria and dividing Nigeria, destroying the threat that Nigeria poses globally is a service to humanity. Because our people have been killed and murdered for decades, and nobody is talking for us. Nobody is talking. Nobody is talking. You see, some of them are panicking. Every time they say, what is, come and show us, come and do it. Yet, they are not resting. They are on our Twitter. They are following us. They will tell you, I pity those following you. Yet, they are the one commenting, following us everywhere we go. If you come to YouTube, they follow us. They will be commenting, I pity those listening to you. And they are listening to us. Which kind of movie be this? Somebody is telling you, he pity those listening to you. Why he follow you to YouTube? If you go to Facebook, he follow you to Facebook. I pity people listening to you. You go to Twitter, he follow you to Twitter. I pity people listening to you. Oh boy, if there is, I have never seen any stupid people as stupid as Nigerians. Nigerians are the most stupid people. Very, very stupid and awkward. How can you be commenting in a program of somebody and you are asking people, I pity people listening to you. I pity people listening to you. The person will go to YouTube, we follow him. I pity people listening to you. And Jesus Christ, which means you are pitying yourself. Now, I want to show something. A moment. I want to show you this video, what Nigeria represents. Everybody knows them. Once you identify yourself as a Nigerian, you are a Mumuma.
They are not comfortable in Nigerians. If you go to Zimbabwe, If you go to Congo, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. If you go to Zimbabwe and Zambia, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. In fact, even a country that is close to Nigeria as Ghana have a problem with the Nigerians. There is a problem, there is a general trait that Nigerians have. There's unnecessary aggression that other people don't find comfortable.
Why do you think this seemingly...
Nobody can find it comfortable. How can you, the whole Africa, the entire Africa are noticing it. How can you be living in as a Nigeria and you are a human being? They are not human being, my brother. But this is my brother from Africa. Nigerians are not human. Anybody that says a Nigeria is a criminal and they don't reason like human being. That is why they will come to our program and they will tell you that I pity people listening to you. Why they are commenting on your program, listening to you? They will say they pity people listening to you. So how can you, regard such people as human? They're not human. They don't have brain.
An influx of
If you go to Congo, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. If you go to Zimbabwe and Zambia, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. In fact, even a country that is close to Nigeria as Ghana have a problem with the Nigerians. There is a problem, there is a general trait that Nigerians have. There's unnecessary aggression that other people don't find comfortable.
Why do you think there's seemingly an influx of Nigerians in most African countries?
Because their country, I think because of the terrorism effect that is going on in their country, and again because of the bulging population and the high rate of unemployment, so they are operating like Chinese. They are finding a way they can deposit their population. Unfortunately, themselves with cultures which do not fit in us.
Nigeria doesn't have a culture. That is the mistake they are doing. He said that they are, Nigeria doesn't have a culture. There is no Nigerian culture. They said that the Nigerian culture doesn't fit them. It doesn't fit anybody, my brother. I agree with you. That is why we are ending this nonsense this year. It doesn't fit anywhere. It does not fit in Finland. It doesn't fit in Finland here. Nigerians does not fit in Finland. In Finland here, they are criminals. Some of them that came here, they came with forged documents. They are criminals. Today, Finland do not accept Nigeria passport as an official ID, official identification. Your Nigeria passport is fake. If you come to Finland, Finland doesn't accept Nigeria passport as an official document, official means of identification, because of the crimes, forgery, scam that Nigerians are doing. So we have to, separate ourselves so that if this particular thing continues, we take full responsibility that we are doing it. Nigeria encourages other, the system of Nigeria, which is designed by Fulani and the British, is, trying to make other people to be exterminated, so that nobody will, take them. Nobody will do business with them. It makes them go into crime. It makes them go into fraud. It makes them go into internet scam. It makes them go into different. They breed criminals. That is the only thing Nigeria does. So I'm not, I agree with you completely. That's why every reasonable person who want to have a sane society, just like every other nation in Africa, will always support the Biafra. Because most of these people committing this crime are also Biafra. They are not Biafra, but they are Igbos. I am telling you, most of them are Igbos. But these Igbos are the ones that believe in one Nigeria. Because Nigeria gives them the leverage to commit crimes. Nigeria gives them the leverage to commit internet fraud. Nigeria gives them leverage to, you commit crime, and they will be carrying police up and down. It is what Nigeria encourages. Do you see some of them doing it in the north? The answer is no. In the north, they don't steal from internet. They steal from the Abuja. They steal from the Central Bank. Their own is that they steal from the Niger Delta. They steal from everything is happening there. Why they push you abroad to go and start committing crime abroad? That is why if you talk, they tell you go to the Igbos are all over the world in prison for drug. And are you going to say it's a lie? It's not a lie. They push you into crime. They push you to Europe to commit crime. They push you to America to commit crime. And you go there, you fall the victim. Instead of you to come back and begin to think, is it a life? This image that you are living outside Nigeria, that even your own African brothers are now beginning to complain. How long are you going to live like that? How long do you want to be Chinese? Chinese is not the positive, because telling them using Chinese to comparing with the Nigerian is an insult to Chinese people. A very big insult. Chinese are doing wonders. Chinese are producing something. What are they producing? Who have they produced toothpick in Nigeria? They have not produced. So why would you be saying, comparing them with Chinese? Chinese people have conquered the world. They build, they manufacture, they take control of the economy. So what Nigeria take control? They could take control of drugs. They took control of drugs. They take control of illicit business. They take control of internet scam. They take control of wire transfer. And when they scam, they will bring the money to Nigeria and they become billionaires. And all of them will be clapping for them and police will be following them up and down. Nigeria encourages that. Push them to abroad to commit crime. Come back. Some of them succeed. Some of them are in prison. And when you hear these things, some people will use it to say, "Oh, look at all the crime. Go abroad in diaspora. Igbos are committing crime. They are in the jail. They are in prison everywhere, scattered." It is true. It is not a lie. That is what we are fighting to stop. And some of them are very comfortable committing those crimes. Some of them, there is nothing can stop them. The only thing that will stop them is the system that the Biafra will bring on the table. Our system will stop it automatically. That is what we are fighting for. And so, when you look at the damages that Nigerians are causing abroad, you find out that dividing Nigeria will solve those problems. Dividing Nigeria will solve those crimes. I am telling you the fact. Once Nigeria is dissolved, most of these people committing this crime will go back and begin to start a better life. Because they can never make it where they are today, committing all these drug crimes and all that. They can never make it. Some of them will go there. The only thing they want to do is to make money and go back to Nigeria. The money will never come and they will go into crime. Tell them to go to school, they say, no, it is late. Tell them to go and learn something, they say, no, it is late. They want to make money. Where is it? Is it drug? They will begin to do drug. Before you know it, they are in prison. Bah. And once they come out, they must continue to make the money before they will go back to build a house and marry a wife and all that. These are the things that Nigeria is pushing our people into in Europe, in America, in UK, in Asia. And it is not going to stop until there is a dissolution of Nigeria. And these criminals will leave Europe back, where we are going to give them a native treatment with our constitution.
If you go to Congo, they are not comfortable in Nigerians. If you go to Zimbabwe, Zambia, they are not comfortable. If you go to Congo, they are not comfortable in Nigerians. If you go to Zambia, they are not comfortable in Nigerians. In fact, a country that is close to Nigeria as Ghana have a problem with the Nigerians. There is a problem, there is a general trait that Nigerians have. There's unnecessary aggression that other people don't find comfortable.
Why do you think there's seemingly an influx of Nigerians in most African countries?
Because their country, I think because of the terrorism effect that is going on in their country, and again because of the bulging population and the high rate of unemployment, so they are operating like Chinese. They are finding a way they can deposit their population. Unfortunately, they are depositing themselves with their Nigerian cultures, which do not fit in us. Even in Nairobi here, when you go to Kilimani here, we always see Nigerians opening, wanafungua bunduki, wanataka kupigana na the Kenyans. Those kind of things we have to make sure that they stop. If you go to Donholm, they are doing very crazy things with our ladies. And those are the things that, in fact, even this week on Sunday, the police arrested 3 people. Some of them were Nigerians with fake money. M-Pesa, they are hacking into our M-Pesa. They are having fake illegal trade that are done by this guy. We are only asking Nigerians and other foreigners in our country, that let them live within the norms and traditions of the people of that.
Oh God, they wasn't themselves. I was like some of the idiots that wrote to say the Igbo community in Finland. Some of them have very bad record, very bad record, very bad record in Finland. You know, with fake. Some of them they come here, they tell lies. Forge document, present false information, and it will haunt them as long as possible. They will come to Nigerian newspaper and be informing people that in Finland. Some of them, they claim they have a Finnish passport. They don't have Finnish passport. Like the idiot that was in Punch. He don't have a Finnish passport. He's claiming he has Finnish passport. He can never have Finnish passport. Some of them have a very bad record in Finland. They will come and all of us in Finland, they will come and be talking. This is who they are. They can never support anything that will bring sanity. Okay? They can never support it. And some of them, when you start to explain them, that this thing is not a small crime. False information, false identity, is not a small crime. It's just a small thing now. Make we just correct them. It's just a small thing. Some of them today talking, writing against Ekpa. Simon is moving around now with armed security. Oh God. They are reported to police. You are reported to police when you are the one physically assaulting people. Someone is moving with armed security. Is it easy to move with armed security in Finland? If you think it's easy to move with armed security in Finland, go and move now. Let us see. Let us see you. Go and move around with armed security. Let us see you in Finland. I need to play this thing again. Very important.
If you go to Congo, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. If you go to Zimbabwe and Zambia, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. In fact, even a country that is close to Nigeria as Ghana have a problem with the Nigerians. There is a problem, there is a general trait that Nigerians have. There's unnecessary aggression that other people don't find comfortable.
Why do you think there's seemingly an influx of Nigerians in most African countries?
Because their country, I think because of the terrorism effect that is going on in their country, and again because of the bulging population and the high rate of unemployment, so they are operating like Chinese. They are finding a way they can deposit their population. Unfortunately, they are depositing themselves with their Nigerian cultures, which do not fit in us. Even in Nairobi here, when you go to Kilimani here, we always see Nigerians opening, wanafungua bunduki, wanataka kupigana na the Kenyans. Those kind of things we have to make sure that they stop. If you go to Donholm, they are doing very crazy things with our ladies, and those are the things that in fact, even this week on Sunday, the police arrested 3 people. Some of them were Nigerians with fake money. M-Pesa, they are hacking into our M-Pesa. They are having fake money, illegal trade that are done by these guys. We are only asking Nigerians and other foreigners in our country that let them live within the norms and traditions of the people of that whole.
No, they cannot live with the norms, so they want to bring Nigeria to Kenya.
If you go to Congo, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. If you go to Zimbabwe and Zambia, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. In fact, even a country that is close to Nigeria as Ghana have a problem with the Nigerians. There is a problem, there is a general trait that Nigerians have. There's unnecessary aggression that other people don't find comfortable.
Why do you think there's seemingly an influx of Nigerians in most African countries?
Because their country, I think because of the terrorism effect that is going on in their country, and again because of the bulging population and the high rate of unemployment, so they are operating like Chinese. They are finding a way they can deposit their population. Unfortunately, they are depositing themselves with their Nigerian cultures, which do not fit in us. Even in Nairobi here, when you go to Kilimani here, we always see Nigerians opening, wanafungua bunduki, wanataka kupigana na the Kenyans. Those kind of things we have to make sure that they stop. If you go to Donholm, they are doing very crazy things with our ladies, and those are the things that in fact, even this week on Sunday, The police arrested 3 people. Some of them were Nigerians with fake money. M-Pesa, they are hacking into our M-Pesa. They are having fake money, illegal trade that are done by these guys. We are only asking Nigerians and other foreigners in our country that let them live within the norms and traditions of people of that whole.
Now, now let me bring another video. Let me bring another video. Here the matter is.
If you come Dubai, ask questions. Don't go for put call before you put body. Don't no camera front. See man.
What's up?
See man. Every Dubai.
Hey, man, hey, no, no, easy.
Who call before you go enter?
This is one of 15 bosses. Man, who sir? I show you.
They said Najago here. It is only hardened criminals that you can see in this kind of condition. But these people may not even have committed any crime ahead. Maybe they don't have paper or something like that. But look at them on handcuff. Handcuff inside bus. Look.
If you come Dubai, ask questions. Don't go for put call before you put body. Don't no camera front. See man.
What's up?
See man. Every Dubai, hey, man,
hey, no, easy.
Who call before you go enter?
All of them are the ones that are disturbing you on social media. P2B, Nigeria, with the Biafra. Wait first, which can Biafra? Wait first. All of them, look at.
This is one of 15 bosses. Man, who sir? I show you.
If you come Dubai, ask questions. Don't go for put call before you put body. Don't no camera front. See man.
What's up?
See man. Every Dubai, hey, man,
hey, no, easy.
Who call before you go enter?
This is one of 15 bosses. Man, who sir? I show you.
Now, when you look at this, when you look at the video, you find out that somebody say our guests are waiting for them. My problem is that some of them now, if we are telling them that Nigeria is not for you, they will tell you P2B is coming. P2B is coming. How will P2B, if they succeed in staying in Dubai now, you talk about Biafra. They will tell you which kind of Biafra. They are doing buying and selling for cars. Look at. Some of them sold land, many things to go to Dubai. Now they will go back. And then everyone Nigeria now, they will begin to look for another place where to travel to. They cannot stay in Nigeria. Yet, they are enjoying Nigeria. They are enjoying being Nigeria because Nigeria encourages the crimes and that pushes them abroad to go to abroad and steal. That's what Nigeria does. Now, let me tell you, if most of them will go to Nigeria now, they will not stay 6 months. They will run and follow Libya. They will go to Libya. They will go. They can never stay in Nigeria. I am telling you. You know, as they are there now, some are already planning, making calls. Are you there? How can I go to Libya? How can I go to Mali? They are not comfortable anywhere. Just like this man said, they are not comfortable in Nigeria. They are not comfortable in Ghana. They are not comfortable in Finland. Why we are fighting is to make sure that we solve all these crimes that they are committing globally. Globally, they are committing crimes. Everywhere, they commit crimes. And only the disintegration of Nigeria will solve it. You see, they say the population is growing and they are depositing themselves in those countries. And they are depositing themselves in Kenya. They deposit themselves in Ghana. Look at what Ghana is doing to Nigeria. When you talk about Ghana doing Nigeria, who are those people that Nigeria? Yorubas and Igbos. You see, when you see that Nigeria, they are deporting Nigerians from Asia. Who are the Nigerians? Igbos and Yorubas. You hear they are deporting from Germany. Who are those? Igbos and Yorubas. They are deporting from Dubai. Who are those? Igbos and Yorubas. You see, they are speaking the Igbo in the name of Nigeria. Yet, when they see us shouting every day and night, they insult us on social media. Because they are they have become crime themselves. Illicit business, illegal businesses. That is what we are fighting. So that Europe can breathe. Europe can have peace from these criminals, Nigeria internet scammers. So that America can enjoy peace for once. Because the more you allow this thing to go on, we are going to build a nation that will provide work, that will provide everything that people need, that we will put these criminals into work. We will make something out of them. It is about system. It is about law and order. Nigeria don't have that. Nigeria is a scam that was planned to fail in the sense that destroy every other tribe so that we can overrun them and Islamize them, just like what happened in Turkey. So it comes with a different mechanism. They will make sure they scatter your people. They will make sure they render some of them useless. No, Fulanis doesn't go to school. The one that go to school will become the king in their region. So what do? They are nomadic people. They don't live all this big lifestyle. But you in the south, what do the Fulani do? They make sure that the system doesn't favor you. Why a Fulani man will go to university with 80 cutoff mark? You in the south, you will get 120. You don't go gain admission to study what you want to study. They have already destroyed your future. If you want to study law, you need like 140 cutoff mark to get admission to study law in university of your choice that you want. While a Fulani man will get 100 and he will get admission into one of the best school, the best university in the north. And you in the south, you will get 120 and you need 140 cutoff mark. You will never make it. You will never make it. So you find a Fulani man who got into university with 80 cutoff mark or 100 cutoff mark coming to court to become your CGN. You that got about 200. You will become your attorney general. You that got 200. And you are happy with that. This is just in educational system. So what they do is to create a very, very hostile environment. The policy will become so hostile that it will begin to look for a way to run away from Nigeria. All of us will run out of Nigeria. All of us. The difference between us and you is that when we ran out of Nigeria, we decided to come and we want to live good life, to contribute to the society and learn something, how to change that thing that made us to run away from Nigeria. That is the difference between us and you. When we came here, we decided to learn how to build a better society and how to contribute back to the society that made us. And then we learned. And then we say that this thing that made us to run away from Africa, we want to change it. We want to change it so that we can have what we call a global peace. At least, if Nigeria today divide, and this insecurity coming from Nigeria and the threat that Nigeria poses globally, it is going to go a very long way. A very long way. So the difference between us and you and all these people is that when we travel, we try to learn something and we want to affect positively to the society. We want to take something back. Unfortunately, you can't take anything back in Nigeria because Nigeria is not designed to benefit anybody. No. So if you think you want to take something back to Nigeria, you are going to fail. I want you to name one person that have actually taken anything back to Nigeria and it is impacting anybody in the government. I'm not talking about going to open a business to start, to start defrauding the government, getting contract and all that. And when you say, they say, oh, somebody is doing well. He brought a business to Nigeria. He is doing well. People are, he's not doing well. He can never do well without fraud, without bribery and criminal activities. Nobody can go to Nigeria and succeed without involving in crime. So when you see them, they tell you somebody came from abroad, he opened a company, he's doing well. He's not doing well anything. He's not doing well. He is being, using the company to scam the government. That is what they do. Fraud. Fraud is what they do. So they don't do well. Now, when you look at it, you say, what is the impact? Of course, we know, like, Innocent is different. Innocent is, everybody knows Innocent. Innocent, you can count few people that are doing genuinely. So we don't go to Innocent. Innocent is in a different level completely. Innocent, Ibeto, all these people. But look at Apis. Apis, for example. Would you now look yourself and say Apis is a businessman? Apis got his own wealth from criminal activities, negotiating for militant. That is how he made his money. Okay? He defrauded the government in negotiating peace with for amnesty. Are you going to now say he's the only one who can negotiate peace in Nigeria? No. That is the same thing this criminal Ejiofor wanted to do. So he can become billionaire. And he's still on it. He's still on it too. He has not, even though his position have kicked him out of the way. But he's still on it. He's still struggling. So when they tell you that, come to Nigeria, there are people that are coming back, they open company, their company are doing well, is a lie. Complete lie. And what they do now is to build hotels. Hotels. Everybody is building hotels. Is hotels and invest in innovation? Hotels is not innovation. Hotels. That's all. Where you will carry woman, you go, you sleep. And this one will come, I'm in a hotel. That's all. Is a hotel an innovation? Does a hotel bring development? No. But there are things that can bring development. They are not into that. They are not bringing manufacturing company. They are not bringing company that will manufacture bicycle. They are not bringing company that will build any innovation. They are building hotels. Everywhere is a hotel. Hotel has become innovation to them. That is to show you that there are a generation that is going towards a very destructive end. Hotel, hotel, hotel. If it is in Europe, you go into hotel business. It is understandable. The reason you are going into hotel business in Europe is not for women to come there and sleep with men. No. The reason for hotels in Europe is people going out on tourism. People going for tourism, people going for businesses. That is the reason why they have hotel in Europe. Hotel is not for chalet. Hotel is not for where you will be, the politician will go here and sleep and call woman. This one will come, this one will come next day. That is what is going on in Nigeria. It doesn't have any future. The future is not bright. The future is not bright. Does Nigeria have any tourist attraction? Do you have all these people that are building hotel? Is the hotel for tourists? I am asking you. Are you having any business? Are you having anything that will bring people to come from abroad to stay in the hotel? The answer is no. The hotel is being built for fornication, adultery, hookup, and all these things that lead people into a very, that also contribute in crimes. That's all. Fornication, adultery, that is what they do. And they say that these days, that all the women in Nigeria, that if you go and do DNA test, that the only 1% will be the father to their children. I did not say it. They say they have done research on that. So if you are in Nigeria have done so much evil that even some people will go and start having baby with Fulani. And your wife will go to Fulani, and the Fulani will give children to you, and you'll be thinking that the children is for your children, that these are your biological kids. A lot of evil is going on in Nigeria. So we need to dismantle this country. We need to, you see what we see. If you know what we know, honestly, some of you will be so much ashamed of yourself. The reason why I am not ashamed is that I'm not a Nigerian. I am fighting for Biafra. I am fighting for freedom so that all this impunity will end. All this impunity will end. So why should I be ashamed of Biafra? I'm not ashamed of Biafra. Biafra is going to correct all these things. Biafra is going to bring sanity because we are going to build Biafra from scratch by enacting law and order. Making sure that what we have enjoyed and learned from the Western world, we are going to make sure we follow them, and even better, because we are going to get models from different nations that are doing well. I want to end it here. I don't know whether we have time to take calls, but I know that a lot of people want to call me, especially on the issue of Obi being an IPOB, Biafra. Even though he denied, he can't run away from it. On this note, we are going to give 20 minutes time to call, and we want people to have at least one minute. You're welcome to the program. Time to call is on. You can give us a call and let us hear your opinion. All right, we're going to take call for the next 20 minutes. You're welcome to the program. Hello.
Oh, good evening, Mazi Simon.
Good evening.
I'm happy to hear from you. I've been trying your line for a very long time. I couldn't reach you.
Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Okay, sir. So, what that guy in that video you just played was saying was just the fact. In all over the African country, they are always complaining of Nigeria. Although, even in Ghana here, people are messing up a lot all over African countries. But although we know that some African countries, they are saying it out of hate. You understand? They always complain that Nigerians take away their women, all those kind of stuff. But really, Nigerians have not been good outside the country. That name Nigeria, if you call yourself in Nigeria, someone will just ease at you. You remember when Mazi was saying that there will be a time you call yourself in Nigeria, people will spit on you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what is happening to us. And we are victims of it, even though we are not committing crime.
Yes.
Because of where we come from. So sometimes some of us, we try to distance ourselves. If you call me in Nigeria now, for example, I used to tell most of them, I'm not in Nigeria, I'm a Biafran.
Exactly. Start saying it now, please.
Hello?
Go ahead.
They will ask me, where is Biafra located? I will tell them, if you go to the Google, type Biafra, you will see it.
Exactly.
Then some of them will type, oh, you were right. I've seen it. I have seen a lot of information about Biafra. So I maintain Biafra.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Nigeria, so because the name has already damaged our reputation. We don't have any reputation.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless you. All right. That is number one caller.
welcome to the program.
Hello, Mr. Simon. Good afternoon from
Good afternoon from here. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Okay, let me just be quick. Based on the topic at hand, Obi has always been a super willing tool to the Fulani. Remember, Obi was the reason why the Igbos 2019 was very, very hot. Obi was the reason why we went into that election in 2019.
Yes.
Then in 2023 again, to let you know that Obi has been a very super willing tool, and underground thing that he's not shouting, but he's a very cool, willing tool to the Fulani. In 2023, that same Obi again. Like one guy was saying that we have our own, that we should support our own. If they wanted us to support our own, the two major political parties would have done to the Igbos what they did to with respect to my Yoruba brothers, to what they did to the Yorubas in 1999 when it was between Olusegun Obasanjo and Olufalayi. That could have been now they brought our own person, now we support our own person.
Yes.
But they insulted us, they know the level of, they know the damage it would be, it will cost Nigeria not to have an Igbo man in the ballot. The Fulani, not even the Britain, the Fulani went and called Obi, I go to the Labour Party, go and drag the people into this election. Like you told one of those guys in Finland. He said, before Obi, you were supporting me, you were standing behind me to let you know that Obi is a distraction. Now Obi came on board, you're no longer supporting Biafra, now you're supporting Obi. Now can you see the reason why they brought Obi? To distract us. Not Obi cannot win the election. Obi is that's what when Soludo said it, people were castigating Soludo, they were so angry with Soludo. So even though he's an abnormal human being. But he was right. Obi knows he cannot win the election. He knows he's not there to win the election. Also, Obi is there to drag Igbos into this election. So that we can validate the election, and they will say, after all, the Igbos, I have 3 guys voted now, because you guys have lost the election and you want to start starting Biafra again. We've come past that level. We've come past that stage. But it's unfortunate that just one more second. This issue of Biafra and election has, I'm sorry to say this, with respect to all Igbo nations, but it has made us to understand that, man, I think Igbos are the most ignorant ethnic group in Nigeria. I'm sorry to say this. Yes. I think the Fulani, even the fact that these guys are not eloquent, they're not smart in their dressing and everything. These guys are so clever. Igbos are so dumb. How can we change the foundation of Nigeria? We were once in regions. They came, they vocalized the region and turned into states. They screwed up into 5 states. They created more states in the north to get more members in the House of Assembly. They are practicing constitutional democracy. Whatever thing you want to do, they will send it to the House of Assembly. How will Obi do it? How will Obi meet these men in the National Assembly to tell them that they want restructuring? When Jonathan was there, Jonathan convened a sovereign national conference that consists of every ethnic nationality in Nigeria. Everybody was present. But when Buhari went there, what did Buhari do? Buhari jettisoned the report, trashed the report. What is regionalism? What is restructuring? It's not regionalism. It's not the vocalization of Nigeria. It's the question of Nigeria. You are telling the Fulani that own 95% of our oil wealth to go through restructuring, which they know that this restructuring will take away the oil wealth from them. Is that what you're telling us? What are you not telling us? So I hit my mic from here. So we should think. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. We'll continue. And then just to quickly announce that Umuada will be coming to our program tomorrow. Umuada will be coming tomorrow, so don't miss that. Don't miss that.
Hello, Mazi.
Yes, welcome to the program.
Hello, greetings. Yes, Mazi Eka speaking. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Today broadcast, any Biafra, any Santana, this broadcast did not change his mind. Probably have an Ishmaelite blood. I want to tell our people there are 2 types of people that are supporting Obi from Biafran side. One is those who their relative or their friend want to contest for governor or local government chairman or senator. They want to use that so that the election will hold. And 2 are those who are gullible. And those gullible people, I want to ask them a question. You think that Obi will win? Who is in charge of your PVC? I'm asking you a question, you obedience. Pantami, a man indicted for terrorism, is in charge of the PVC, a Fulani man. What makes you think he will lose PVC that will make you win the North? You people are so deep, in fact, you disgust me. I'm telling you. You disgust me for your IQ is the lowest in this world. Lowest IQ rate in this world. You are lowest IQ human being. What makes you think that Pantami will release PVC that will make you win the notes? I'm a chamber. In fact, and even the one we release someday will be blacklisted. It will not work. In fact, these people, they need to have their IQ examined. I'm telling you, I'm so ashamed of them. I'm pissed off. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much. All right. All right, we have still a little bit time, so we can conclude. A lot of people are calling, continue to try. You're welcome to the program.
Hey, brother, good day, Simon. Good morning.
Good morning from here.
Yeah, I just need 2 minutes. I know that you said 1 minute, but I just need your 2 minutes. The argument of Biafra and Nigeria, people supporting Nigeria, the problem of our people is this, Simon. Like if I come to your house and kill your family, kill everybody, and you alone left, I left only you, do you still want to live with me? Do you still gonna live with me? I kill your parents, I kill your children, I kill everybody. Only you one left in your family. Do you still wanna live with me? This is the problem I don't understand.
Who does that?
Okay. It's only our people that does it. They want to still keep on staying with Nigeria, living with Nigeria. They are pushing themselves to live with people that have killed their parents. I don't understand the mindset of our people. It makes me mad. You know? One question, because I'm a first-time caller, bro. I've been listening to you for a while, but this is my first time of calling you. Another thing I want to ask you, Simon, on a personal level, on a personal ground, about, I know Biafra is coming very soon, but what I'm asking you is this, about death penalty in the Biafran constitution. Are you in support of death penalty in the Biafran constitution?
I am not in support of death penalty, but also I will not change. I will not be the one to decide what the Biafras will be, because I am a civilized man and I have embraced civilization. This is my personal opinion. I cannot live in a country where I have learned a lot and see how things work, and I will come and impose something different. So I will not support and advocate for death penalty.
Anyway, I understand what your question, but we're gonna push for this. We need it. We need death penalty in Biafran constitution, because we can't continue living like this.
You see, let me tell you. Sometime you don't solve a problem by death. The countries that have death penalty have the highest crime rate, and this is a fact. There are ways to solve, there are ways to solve problems of crime. It is not just by killing people and all that. Killing them does not mean that other people will not commit such crime. But there are policies, there are laws, there are many things that you put in place to, make the people that want to go into the crime, to be very, very handicapped in a way that the crime reduces, drastically. So it is not just, okay, let us have a death penalty, and then when anybody does bad, you kill the person. Okay, then bad, you kill. No, we have to, have a well-designed law and the policies that will address this issue of social vices leading to crimes that could lead to death penalty and all that. There are ways, and I believe that it is when the time comes, we're going to cross that bridge. But I know, on a personal note and my personal opinion, like I said, I'm a civilized person, and then also I have been into politics for a while,
in this country, and I will not support what I preach against, or I will not come here to begin to say that Biafra will embrace a death penalty, while the country where I am learning from have a different system. So I will not support that. But like I said, it is not me that is going to decide for Biafra people. So it is Biafra. This is just my personal opinion I'm giving to you. That we can have a better way to solve the problem than death penalty.
Yeah, the reason why I'm saying this, we have inherited a lot of stupid and nonsense life from Nigeria.
I know.
I'm asking this question specific for those that elected in any office when Biafra comes. Specific for them. Because the way I see our people, they are money hungers. They are the people that can do undo for money. So if we don't put this very law in place for those elected ones in any office, starting from the bottom to top, if anybody embezzle our money, we'll bring the person closer to his village or any tree that is closer to his family and hang him there.
You see, let me tell you, you know, life doesn't, you know, it is not like, it doesn't solve problem like that. And I know that I'm not saying that you should understand me now, but you know, as we go on, when this Biafra come, you understand where and why I'm saying what I'm saying. We know we have key to the solution. Okay, you know, if your system give people the opportunity to steal money, they steal the money, right? Yes. So, but when your system do not give that room to steal money, what are they going to steal?
I will wait and see.
That's so. Just calm down. We have, you see, we have key and solution to many. In fact, that is one thing we are going to do that will solve the crime problem 70%.
I will wait and see. Bro.
Thank you. Thank you. Just believe. Just believe us.
I really appreciate you, bro. I never thank people for this Biafran struggle, but you are the second person I have said thanks.
Thank you.
You have proven, and why I'm saying it, because you have proven yourself. I'm not just saying it because, you have proven yourself, so you deserve it. Thank you very much, and may you guide you, bro.
Amen. Amen.
Respect,
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, we have 5 minutes more. Yes, we understand that people are really angry. Yes, and that is normal. That is normal, you know. People are very, very angry. And welcome to the program.
Thank you, our spokesman. This is Mazi Emeka.
You're welcome.
And I want to make a little contribution to the discussion tonight.
Go ahead.
You see, about the election, about the P2B, you see, if Nigeria is not a country that is destined to be handed over to terrorists, destined to be taken over by terrorists, if people do nothing very urgently, do you know that the heavy discussion that could have been going on in Nigeria today, I mean heavier than heavy discussion that could have been going on in Nigeria today, is how to move their capital away from Abuja to a safer place, even if it is in a republic. Are they talking about election where their capital, the seat of power, is already being taken over? Or are they not aware? When the president, Jubri, Aminu Atudani, who is answering Buhari and Asurok, has been stage managed himself to the attack 2 times in Abuja. So what is left there? It means that the seat of power has already been taken over. Instead of people to be discussing that in their media, how to take their capital, to shift it back to Benin Republic or to save it in Niger Republic or anywhere they feel like. They are not talking about that. They are talking about election. Election to vote somebody to go and operate in the territory being taken over by terrorists. That to me is something I cannot comprehend. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We have still 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. I know a lot of people are calling, and you're welcome to the program.
Hello, Mazi. Good evening.
Good evening from here.
All right. Let me just go straight to today's analysis. I'm so happy, and I actually wanted to ask you one question. You know, because the way you said it tonight is exactly the way it is. You know, because sometimes, you know, it's not that easy to talk to our people the way you spoke to them tonight, you know, because I can tell you categorically, you know, my experience, you know, just 2 weeks ago in Dubai, you know, I met a man from what's this country near India, and the man told me categorically, you know, where are you from? I said, I'm from UK. He said, no. What's your origin? Where are you from? I said, why are you asking? He said, you look like a Nigerian. He said, why are you saying that? He said, because we know all the Nigerians in this country.
Wow.
He said, in my
just hold on. You see, you were very proud to say UK, and then when you say no, original one, and then that's the way you begin to ask questions. Why are you asking me?
You know, I was so surprised. He said, let me tell you, you know, he said, you know, I'm from Pakistan.
Yes.
And obviously, in Pakistan, we're dodgy. But not like Nigerians, you know. He said in Dubai at the moment they don't give Nigerians, you know, paper because they are not good servants. In short, they want all of them out of Dubai today, tomorrow. He said we Pakistan are more dodgy, but they prefer us than Nigerians, you know. Just to confirm what you're saying, you know, these people are hated all over the world.
Yes.
Not because of anything, it's just because Nigeria created, you know, that breed, like you always use the word, breed, Nigeria breeds crime,
yes.
You know, criminals. You know, that is exactly what is happening all over the world. Even the good ones, you know, when you come into the system, you don't have any other option. You know, you just, it's either you beat them or you join them.
Yes.
You know, that's why when you are talking to these people, they're behaving like senseless people.
Sorry.
You know, when you're talking to them, you know, they don't behave like human beings anymore because all of them have committed in one way or the other.
Yes.
You know, they're all, majority of them are doing dodgy job. And they do, when you talk about freedom, they're just, you know, I don't know what is happening to them. I'm so happy that you're bold enough to say it the way it is. And that is exactly the way it is.
Wow.
And anybody that doesn't change, you know, from this message, know that something is really wrong. And I believe that as soon as Biafra comes, you know, we will concentrate on building prison, quality prison, you know, and also building a very good hospital where we can be examine all these people because their head is wrong. They don't think like women anymore. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, you know, your boldness and you know, whatever is giving you that boldness, because I have never seen you come out, you know, in any of the occasion, and your face is like someone that you know, having issues at all, you know. So thank you so much. I can only thank you for the boldness, and you know, I don't want to. I cannot encourage you anymore because I've never seen you down, you know, in your program, you know. So you are the one actually encouraging someone like me, Thank you so much and God bless.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I want our media team to cut this particular caller, cut this particular section of this program, and let us make it go viral because it made a lot of sense. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
All right, we continue. My time is up, but I'm going to take one more call. Hello? I think, am I on call? Can you hear me? Okay. Let us hear from our AG. AG have been calling. You're welcome to the program.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Thank you. Max, thank you for allowing me. Today I'm going to talk. I'm not just calling to encourage you because this P2B issue. I had an argument yesterday with someone that was trying to tell me how disruptive IPOB has been on P2B. So I told the individual, I said, what are we doing? We are not doing anything wrong, but Peter has no base. I said, Cross River State is APC. Akwa Ibom is PDP. River State is PDP or whatever Wike decides. I said, Abia is PDP / other parties because, based on what is going on there. I said, Imo State is APC. Ebonyi APC. Enugu PDP. I said, Anambra, that the governors decide what happens. So Soludo has made his decision already. I said, so why are you people blaming us actually? Where is he going to get the votes of the Igbos people are fighting for?
Yeah. Very strange.
Take us out of the equation. That we have nothing to do, with his ambition. I say one. I say secondly, this is someone that is running for presidential position. He hasn't contributed a dime. You people are there contributing money, sharing accounts. It doesn't tell you guys something that this guy knows that he's not going anywhere.
Yes.
And that's why he says he's not spending any shit.
Yes.
Then I told him too. I said, do you people really sit down to analyze personality? How can someone who Ojukwu made a governor, he promised to be an Igbo man. Ojukwu died, he jumped to PDP.
Yes.
Then, while in PDP, he saw that he wasn't going to get the presidential ticket. They called him, come to UK. He ran to UK. They told him what to do. He came back 3 days to the PDP. He decamped to Labour Party. I said, all these things, does he tell you that this man is stable? I said, he's not stable and cannot be trusted. I said, too, he said that the Fulanese would get the best of his governance. Now, he told you that Biafra died 52 years ago. I said, that is very painful. That he could have said, I don't support IPOB. But describing in a war that took so many lives, that it is dead, I said, that's very painful, to the people that fought for the war or people that survived. So, that is why I've been calling you, because to me, I'm just upset that our people's brain is not working. I don't know. And this person I'm telling you claimed to have a PhD. If it could be so dark, imagine the other people, Mazi. What are we going to do? So thank you for taking my call. That's why I just wanted to call, because it's just what we had yesterday. What are we going to do? I mean, how else? You've been talking. I will share your program and send to them. They're not ready to listen to it. They want somebody writes something against you, then they will call me to ask me, oh, what's happening to Simon? Oh, the Igbo community in Finland is killing. Mazi, let me let you go, please. It's so shocking why they are not processing the whole thing.
Yes. When the right.
Thank you very much for what you do.
Yeah, thank you. When the rat gets sound, that's when they call your attention. Come on, what is going on?
My attention.
And they will be busy sharing it. That is when the one they will share. Even the ones that are ranting, that is when they become active on social media. Once their picture or their name appear in Nigerian newspaper, they will be contacting their contact privately. Look, they rant about me. Look, they rant about they become active. All right, we're gonna end and we'll continue again tomorrow. Thank you very much for being part of the program. May God bless you. May God bless Mazin Amdekano. May God bless Sunday Igboho. May God bless Professor Banji. May God bless our Omada and their husband. May God bless our gallant men, Eastern Security Network, and all our alliances, and all our brothers in arms. May God bless all of you. May God bless our media team and the other piloted IPOB media team. May God bless all the team in our writers, Biafra, Writers of Conscience. May God bless all of you. May God bless all the newly activated department, committee. May God bless all the committees that we have, the advisory committee and co. May God bless all of you. Those I remember and those I don't remember, may God bless all of you. And, from here, from me, is good evening. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. And I'm going to end this particular broadcast with our Nigeria.
If you go to
let us end it with something very, very interesting.
Congo, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. If you go to Zimbabwe and Zambia.
One moment.
If you go to Congo, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. If you go to Zimbabwe and Zambia, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. In fact, even a country that is close to Nigeria as Ghana have a problem with the Nigerians. There is a problem, there is a general trait that Nigerians have. There's unnecessary aggression that other people don't find comfortable.
Why do you think there's seemingly an influx of Nigerians in most African countries?
Because their country, I think because of the terrorism effect that is going on in their country, and again because of the bulging population and the high rate of unemployment, so they are operating like Chinese. They are finding a way they can deposit their population. Unfortunately, they are depositing themselves with their Nigerian cultures, which do not fit in us. Even in Nairobi here, when you go to Kilimani here, we always see Nigerians opening, wanafungua bunduki, wanataka kupigana na the Kenyans. Those kind of things we have to make sure that they stop. If you go to Donom, they are doing very crazy things with our ladies, and those are the things that in fact, even this week on Sunday, the police arrested 3 people. Some of them were Nigerians with fake money. M-Pesa, they are hacking into our M-Pesa. They are having fake money, illegal trade that are done by these guys. We're only asking Nigerians and other foreigners in our country that let them live within the norms and traditions of the people of that whole. If you go to Congo, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. If you go to Zimbabwe and Zambia, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. In fact, even a country that is close to Nigeria as Ghana have a problem with the Nigerians. There is a problem, there is a general trait that Nigerians have. There's unnecessary aggression that other people don't find comfortable.
Why do you think there's seemingly an influx of Nigerians in most African countries?
Because their country, I think because of the terrorism effect that is going on in their country, and again because of the bulging population and the high rate of unemployment, so they are operating like Chinese. They are finding a way they can deposit their population. Unfortunately, they are depositing themselves with their Nigerian cultures, which do not fit in us. Even in Nairobi here, when you go to Kilimani here, we always see Nigerians opening, wanafungua bunduki, wanataka kupigana na the Kenyans. Those kind of things we have to make sure that they stop. If you go to Donholm, they are doing very crazy things with our ladies, and those are the things that in fact, even this week on Sunday, the police arrested 3 people. Some of them were Nigerians with fake money. M-Pesa, they are hacking into our M-Pesa. They are having fake money, illegal trade that are done by these guys. We are only asking Nigerians and other foreigners in our country, let them live within the norms and traditions of the people of that whole. If you go to Congo, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. If you go to Zimbabwe and Zambia, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. In fact, even a country that is close to Nigeria as Ghana have a problem with the Nigerians. There is a problem, there is a general trait that Nigerians have. There's unnecessary aggression that other people don't find comfortable.
Why do you think there's seemingly an influx of Nigerians in most African countries?
Because their country, I think because of the terrorism effect that is going on in their country, and again because of the bulging population and the high rate of unemployment, so they are operating like Chinese. They are finding a way they can deposit their population. Unfortunately, they are depositing themselves with their Nigerian cultures, which do not fit in us. Even in Nairobi here, when you go to Kilimani here, we always see Nigerians opening, wanafungua bunduki, wanataka kupigana na the. Those kind of things we have to make sure that they stop. If you go to Donholm, they are doing very crazy things with our ladies, and those are the things that in fact, even last week on Sunday, the police arrested 3 people. Some of them are Nigerians with fake money. M-Pesa, they are hacking into our M-Pesa. They are having fake money, illegal trade that are done by these guys. We are only asking Nigerians and other foreigners in our country that let them live within the norms and traditions of the people of that.